Hello, and thank you for tuning into 1851 Franchises, Top Women in Franchising of 2024. Today, I'm joined by Michelle Rowan, President and COO of Franchise Business Review. Michelle, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Absolutely, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I know, Michelle, that you're very busy, so I will make this brief, and I'd like to just dive right into the questions and get some of your insights as a leading woman in the franchise space.
Yeah.
So could you start by just sharing your journey with us? How did you become this leader that you are now in the franchise space?
Yeah, I think like everybody, no one sets out to get into franchising. But as far as becoming a leader in franchising, I think it starts with being the leader of Franchise Business Review, and that happened with Eric. I was the first person that was hired full time by Eric Stites, and I think that becoming a leader here just became as we grew our team. And I went to school for teaching, so I think it was a natural thing for me to help lead the people side of the business. And we kind of divide and conquer how we build Franchise Business Review. So I took on the people side of it because it is where my passion is. And then the leadership and franchising piece, that came really from reaching out and raising my hand. So it was, attending the annual leadership conference that the Women's Franchise Committee puts on from IFA, and just talking to the people that were involved in the content and figuring out ways that I could help and elevate people that I knew were really good in their roles and within their brands in franchising. And then just, again, volunteering and raising my hand to help the IFA when they put on their operations summit, really trying to pull together that event. I think they had done it maybe 1 year before we got involved and helped them with that. And then that just kind of led to me sitting on the Women's Franchise Committee and then being selected to be the chair of it before I rolled off. So I think it's having interest in helping people, and then not being able to say no to volunteer opportunities that probably lead to leadership in franchising.
That makes sense. How long have you been with Franchise Business Review?
So Franchise Business Review is my only career in franchising. I came on board in the fall of 2005. So I'm right up on 19 years, I think, or 18 years, but we have been in business. No, I'm in my 19th year now. So all franchise business for me has been here with this one brand.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on hitting
almost
20 years. You're just around the corner. Can you sort of tell me, what are the unique challenges and opportunities for women in the franchise space?
Yeah, so I think, I was thinking about this question, and I think it has changed for me. So pre-COVID, I would say just really having the opportunities to step up and be part of more conversations or sit on panels. COVID really brought franchising together visually, like this, digitally. So I think especially a lot of the women that were involved in the Women's Franchise Committee had the opportunity to bring our community together by having these conversations, by hosting roundtables. So I think that has changed as far as the visibility of women in franchising. That is not the main challenge now. I think what are the unique challenges and opportunities for women in franchising now are, one, getting the word out to more women that are just in the general community that don't have awareness of franchising. We're all advocates that there's great opportunity for women in franchising on both the franchisor side, the supplier side, or even to become an entrepreneur in franchising. And that takes education and awareness. So I think that is the challenge, and the opportunity is just getting that word out there and being able to connect with them and answer questions and demystify it and make it less scary for them to jump in and get involved in whatever is their passion, either on the supplier or the franchisor or franchisee side.
Well said. And I couldn't agree more. I think that is such a commonplace thing among franchising, unfortunately, is that there is sort of that it's not as available as maybe an independent business would be. It is very available to invest into a franchise, but maybe there's a little bit, there's less information, I think, initially presented, or that this is an alternate option. This is an option for you to define your achieve your entrepreneurial goals.
Yes, absolutely.
So how do you define success in your role?
So in my role, I think I define success in two ways. Within Franchise Business Review, it is creating a workplace. We work really hard. We're a small team creating a place that people want to show up and work hard and also support each other, to support our clients and the franchise industry as a whole. I think that is success in my role when I bring on people like Courtney Stillings, who is so passionate about our brand and is able to go out and kind of talk about the work that we're trying to do. So that's one side of how I define it. And franchising in general, I think it is being that friendly face for younger female executives in franchising, no matter what their role is. Hopefully people feel comfortable coming up and talking with me. I think it's hard for anyone, especially if you're new to franchising, to kind of put yourself out there and meet people. But I think that from my in-person work I do and online, I'm hoping that it makes it very approachable for people to ask questions and get them the connections that they need so that they feel supported, and just keep elevating all these great females that I've met in franchising to what they want to be doing, or getting them the support they need to make big decisions.
I love that because I think networking can be so intimidating to someone. I mean, we're not all extroverted, right? So I think that's such a resourceful thing that you're offering, and I love to hear that.
Yeah.
But speaking of empowering female franchisees, what advice would you give to franchisors who are looking to support and empower these female franchisees?
Yeah, I mean, I think, and this, a lot of the advice that I give is not even unique just to females. So when we talk about diversity and inclusion in franchising, it's making franchising reflect what our country looks like. And I think we all have the opportunity to do that by letting our franchisees know about ways that there's resources outside of franchising to support them. So with candidates, there's a lot of great loans available, better rates available for minority ownership. I think it starts there, and then getting them the resources when they're in business to connect with other people in their community. It's still something I don't see a lot happening, where franchisees, and I guess we're seeing it now more from the consolidation side and PE getting involved in franchising, where a lot of these brands are connected with other brands. But I think just taking that opportunity as a business owner to meet the other franchise owners in your community, there can be a lot of referral business that's happening there, and just support you can get from other people that are in your local community that are facing the same challenges that you face. Doesn't have to be, it's not a competitive thing to help other business owners in your community. There's room for everyone to be successful. So I think franchisors have an opportunity, and I would say even a responsibility, to connect your female franchisees and even any of your minority franchisees with other people like them, to give them that network and that support structure for them to support their growth.
Well said. Yeah, I mean, you nailed it on the head. There is ample space for so many of these businesses to thrive.
Yeah.
It's just putting yourself out there. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What strategies do you suggest for women aiming to become successful franchise owners or franchisors themselves within the industry?
Yeah, I get started. Like, what are you waiting for? I mean, do your homework. If you're investing in a brand, understanding what the experience is of people that are already in the brand. I can't focus on that enough. We really preach unit economics and franchisee validation are the two key things that you should be looking at before you jump into a franchise system. On the franchisor side, I would say it is not easy to take a non-franchise business and turn it into a franchise. So making sure that you have the right partners, starting with people that are supplier partners at the IFA, I think is a great way. Just those are people that are committed to and have really shown up to support that community, to make sure that you're not spending a lot of your time and your money, which are very valuable resources, to make mistakes or to regret what you do. So I'd say the best vendor that you can work with when you're thinking about turning your business into a franchise will really try and talk you out of it and tell you all the scary things. And if you still want to do it, then jump right in. And that's what I say. And then make those connections. Going to any kind of events, whether they're, I know the IFA is extremely expensive, and so there are events popping up outside of IFA, but just connect with other people that have done what you're looking to do, because they're very happy to share the challenges that they faced and hopefully help you avoid those or speed up the opportunity to be successful in what you're doing.
Excellent. Surround yourself with people who
Yes.
trust and who are going to support your decision and will tell you some of those things that are, maybe make you a little bit less confident.
Yeah.
Be honest, and they're helping you make that decision in the long term. I think
Yes. Yeah. It's all about transparency. Ask those questions and really understand what it's like to do the thing you want to do.
excellent. Well said, Michelle. Well, Michelle, I wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time, excuse me, to chat with me. And thank you
Yeah.
for your insights. I think our readers and viewers will find those very helpful in their own journeys. That is all the time we have for today. So thank you again
Awesome.
for your time. And from all of us at 1851 Franchise, congratulations on your nominee as a top woman in franchising.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thanks so much. Take care.